My name is Aaron, and I grew up in the world of metal. In fact, it's the only thing I ever really cared about in terms of music. But you know what, recently, I've wanted something a little bit different. Well. Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing Butterfly Live. Our friends over at the same place we got the MMA concert had this version of Butterfly, and also this was highly requested, so I couldn't say no. So let's start off with this, and we will see you after. Volume.
그냥 내게 웃어줘 yeah. 난 아직도 믿기지가 않아 이 모든 게 다 꿈인 것 같아 사라지려 하지만 Is it true? Is it true? You 너무 아름다워 두려워 곁에 머물러줄래 내게 약속해줄래 손들면 날아갈까 부서질까 겁나 시간을 멈출래 이 순간이 지나면 없었던 일이 될까 겁나 I'm gonna fly like a butterfly 멀리서 혼자 쏜다면 난 이를까 일치를 같은 어둠 속 날 밝히는 나비효과 네 작은 손짓 한 번에 현실을 잊어서 다시 쓰라지는 바람 같아 살포시 표류하는 먼지 같아 넌 거기 있지만 왠지 닿지 않아 Stop 꿈 같은 넌 내게 butterfly 곁에 머물러줄래 내게 약속해줄래 손들면 날아갈까 부서질까 겁나 시간을 멈출래 이 순간이 지나면 어떻게 내릴까 겁나 심장은 내 말은 소리를 내 꿈지 현실 재속해 나의 햇볕에 가슴 꿰어주기 숲으로 가지 말아줘 내 맘을 다시 또 위에 웃어줘 똑같지만 까맣게 너만 불러 그냥 입술을 좀 바라고 싶어 내 사랑은 영원이야 So free for you 곁에 머물러줄래 내게 약속해줄래 순간은 날아갈까 부서질까 겁나 시간을 멈출래 순간이 지나면 어쨌든 내일까 겁나 내게 butterfly 마치
Okay. Need some moments to process here. I'm going to grab me and put me right here. Bloop. Hold on one sec. Okay, before we do this, I actually wanted to put myself back up here because I wanted to go over some of the lyrics. This is going to be a little lyric heavy, so hopefully you all don't mind. Anyway, so let me just kind of crack open my head and kind of just pour out my initial thoughts about like what the song kind of seems to be about. They're using the like basically the idea of a butterfly in the terms of relationship, and they use it to express their their insecurities about the relationship. Obviously, I think this is generally kind of a lot of similar thoughts that you get when you start out into a relationship. Just give me the smile. Like there's that reaching, which is interesting because a lot of the lyrics on this is very like lofty. It's very heightened. And yet it kind of seems like that there's kind of like a sadness or a longing to it, but it's written in an F sharp major, which I find really interesting. I think just about when everybody first starts a relationship, they want that feeling that this is going to last and that this is it, and that a lot of times it seems like it's a dream because it could. Any relationship has that potential. There's the insecurity. Don't try to disappear. Is it true? Is it true? A lot of times people use the word beautiful as a physical descriptor. However, I think BTS is smarter than the average people. And I think y'all will agree with me. I think this would also be very much in line with being able to say that they are also talking about the person mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to say. They're not just using this as a physical descriptor. There's the insecurity of them wanting this person to commit to being there forever. I think this is just common fears expressed in a very artistic way. And honestly, the dancing really represents that, I feel like. Okay. I really, really like that lyric right there. I wanted to go over that split for just a split second. I'm afraid that if I let you go, your hand will fly away and shatter. There is a similitude here that I really like, because usually whenever anyone ever talks about like whenever they go through a breakup, oh, my world is shattered, my heart broke. It always is a description of a breaking or a shattering of. And so this is just that part right there. I'm afraid if I let you go, let go of your hand, you'll fly away and shatter. And I think the reason why is a lot of times, and they'll actually kind of almost revert back to this later on in the song, because it's the inevitability of forgetting. I think this is something that I think a lot of us don't really think about until it's brought up. It's like right now, and I hate to do this, but you're thinking about your breathing right now. It's kind of like this, but it's the idea of like, hey, I don't want time to pass. I want this moment to last forever. And I think that there's a lot of truth to that part here. But I think the other thing that's also really interesting too is just the fact is that they're asking for it to not leave in a manner that kind of just makes it, I don't know, a little extra sweet. Let's keep going for just a second. Just move a little forward, just a smidgen. All right. Okay, this is where I like.
멀리서
From afar, I steal glances. If we touch hands, will I lose you? I find that a little bit interesting because obviously butterflies, generally you can kind of associate them to like fluttering around, going into flowers. And if you, I don't know if, I mean, I assume this is just basic knowledge, but you know, the touch of a human hand on a lot of the petals of flowers causes them to wilt. I almost kind of feel like that's kind of what they're writing right there. I like this because this talks about the person's influence on their life. It's the shine in pitch darkness. That is key. Your light touches, I forget the reality. And to me, I think this is almost like the crux of everything. Because the fact of the matter is that the relationship is so good, it's almost a form of escapism for the person, for them. And I just really, really like that because it's just a one small little touch. If, you know, I think it could be passed up, but I really, really like the feeling of escapism is in the relationship. And this right here kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like a wind that gently strokes me, the gentleness and the love that you feel. It's like a dust that gently drifts along, pushing the glass, the shattered pieces, and drifts into nothingness as if it was sand being blown by the wind. This right here is something I think a lot of us do. A lot of times we put our partners on pedestals, and this is kind of them describing that, right? And the one thing that I think is really interesting, right there, is when he says, "You, who's like a dream, is butterfly high to me." You'll actually hear the music go in reverse as if it's not reality. Butterfly high. That is a beautiful lead up. Anyway, these are some of the things that caught my mind, and I hope that you all liked it. Hopefully it made some sense. Sometimes I can get a little wordy. Sometimes I can get a little funky. I understand. And obviously I shouldn't, in a sense, feel like I shouldn't try and explain anything to anyone that's of the, you know, of the BTS army, because like y'all are so smart and y'all know the group so well. Who am I, who's been here for a week, like, this is what the lyrics mean? But you know, I just wanted to get my interpretation out there. Anyway, thank you all so much. Let me know what you all think about the song, and we will see you next time. This one's gonna be stuck in my head too.